This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
Noise.
Alright, we've been threatening it, and I promised Lilith Hellfire, so welcome to the final episode of our Captain Marvel miniseries, episode 5. And if you weren't paying attention like 15 seconds ago, it's on Shazam. And so, of course, yes, I am Phil, and that is...
Hey y'all, it's Lilith Hellfire. Probably the biggest real Captain Marvel fan there is.
Probably the biggest DC fan of everyone I've talked to so far on the Captain Marvel. Definitely.
Probably.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was Charlie Esser and the Quantum Zone boys, so.
Yeah. Oh, boy. I don't know. I'm not bitter about the fact that we have to call him Shazam. Yes, I am. Who am I kidding? Yes, I am.
Well, you knew it was going to come eventually, because, I mean...
DC screwed itself when it acquired Fawcett Comics is what happened.
Yeah, and it's like, do you really want a name of one of your characters to remind people of the competition?
Again, they really screwed themselves when they decided to buy it from Fawcett Comics. They basically ran them out of business, much like Charleston Comics, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's a little bit of karma. It is a little, I don't know, but like the catchphrase, I get it. Like, I get why they did it. It still doesn't sit good with me, but makes for a catchier title, especially since they're coming out so closely together. One's in March, one's in April.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, like a month apart, almost literally a month apart. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been hearing grumblings about, you know, perturbed fanboys about the whole Captain Marvel thing, but it's mostly Brie Larson's attitude. They don't want to support that. But we'll see. They did send the, cause it was originally tracking for a $160 million open. Now they're only saying it's $100 million open. So we'll see. Time will tell. Meanwhile, Shazam's probably only going to get like a $45 million open.
Yeah, I think just the MCU power is going to push, Captain Marvel ahead of Shazam.
Yeah. We'll see though. It's a surprising time to be an MCU fan because we're winding down on that core Avenger phase and moving into a new phase. So it's an exciting time to be a DC hater. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, well, and 2, I mean, it's the final one before Endgame, so yeah, people go for the end credit scene.
Well, you can get that on YouTube. I'm just saying.
Yes, we know you do. Anyway.
Anyway, I don't know how you want to do this, Philip.
I don't know. Well, have you been a lifelong Shazam fan? Because
not a lifelong fan. I'll tell you I think I was probably like 11 or 12 when I first read Kingdom Come, and that is where I absolutely fell in love with the character of Billy Batson and the whole Shazam thing.
Yeah, I've recently just come to like, you know, I'm reading the current series and went back and got some of this stuff from the 90s.
Oh, the 90s stuff is so good. Even the older stuff. Like, I have like collections of the older stuff. And it's like, it is a product of its time, but it's more Superman than Superman was at the time, which is, again, why they had issue with him. Yeah. But it's the kid perspective that you just really kind of fall in love with him. He's in that bad situation of foster care. And, you know, he says, I don't want to use my powers for not necessarily good, but, you know, where he makes, Captain Marvel be his, like, dad and things like that.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say is, like, until before I started reading recently, I've mainly known him from, like you said, Kingdom Come, or, like, when he's shown up in the Justice League or in Superman, or...
And I did, for the exclusion of Aquaman, to switch it out for Shazam in the Justice League movie, the Super 7, I was like, okay, I mean, I can't be that mad about it, because they had a whole plan for Throne of Atlantis and stuff, and it's more people do need to be exposed to Shazam in the modern day, so I kind of get it, but then they let those plans fall to the wayside. Yeah. With the whole thing that they were planning for it, and it's just like, this movie's been like, I don't even know, like 20 years, 25 years in the making or something. So yeah, they keep stutter stop with the whole Captain Marvel Shazam thing. So I'm just like, frustrating.
And should Shazam / Captain Marvel, should he be the actual Boy Scout, unlike Superman? Should he actually be the Boy Scout of the new the DC Comics? Because
no,
he literally
like the take that they have on it. He's this foster kid that kind of sort of gets in trouble. He's a little snarky because I mean that's Billy Batson in the more modern, updated version of Shazam. But I do think that they do call Shazam the other Superman.
Yeah.
He has all of Superman's powers and some even more cooler powers too, so.
Yeah, except it's all based on magic.
Magic, yeah.
Which
Superman's susceptible to, highly susceptible to.
True. I was going to say, should he be the Boy Scout? Because he literally could be a Boy Scout.
I mean, I miss Superman being the symbol of hope in DC. You know, I'm good on not focusing on the Trinity. Well, Wonder Woman's doing okay, so I'm okay with not focusing on Batman or Superman. Maybe Shazam can take up that mantle because, like I said, I've seen close to the final cut, and it is a fun movie.
Mm-hmm.
It has some moments where it's like, whoa, but it's for all intent and purposes, it is a fun movie, a good popcorn flick.
Very good.
I like that to lighten up the tone.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was just worried they were going to swing too far the other direction since all this.
Some people will say it probably has, but you have to remember Billy Batson is a kid when he's not being Shazam. Yeah.
Well, I mean, just all the grim and gritty stuff we've gotten so far, they were just like, okay, we really need to lighten this up.
And, Wonder Woman 84 from all the stuff that I've seen is a really light, fun movie, too. So, it's about time. We definitely need that in the DCEU.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
And I'm okay with if we don't focus on the other stuff. Because we have, Justice League, every member in Justice League is fun. Mm-hmm. So, we can just not focus on Batman and Superman right now.
So, I mean, it was Crisis on Infinite Earths that brought, Captain Marvel at the time into the DC universe, right?
Much like a lot of other people that
like Blue Beetle and all this, yeah. What?
That we talk about on our various podcasts through the Capes of Lunatics, Constantine. And,
yeah.
So, yeah. That was an okay storyline. I mean, I think it's forgettable because Crisis is such a big event.
Oh, yeah.
Overshadows a lot of things.
It's literally everybody at the time who's in the DC universe.
Yeah. Do you have favorite stories or?
Some of the 90s stuff I've been reading has been interesting, but maybe like you were saying, because it was so Superman, maybe because it reminds me of this, like the Superman stuff of the time.
Yeah.
Like some of the creators had worked on Superman and stuff, right?
Exactly, yeah. I don't know. I think my favorite artwork, it has to be Alex Ross when he does
Kingdom Come.
Yeah. Just in general, he's done a couple other sketchbooks and stuff, and I just enjoy it. I think because it is from the 40s. It definitely. I'm glad they have it. Well, I like the cape. A lot of people have a problem with the cape, but I like the cape.
Why? Because this is not long enough, or
yeah. It's like his shoulders are too broad, bro. Give him a break. His shoulder to waist ratio is ridiculous.
It's almost like a white flag, though. It's like, it would look more like Superman's cape if he was Billy Batson wearing it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just something charming about that particular iteration for me. And I've actually seen the TV shows and the ISIS, the Shazam Power Hour. Thank you, MeTV, or whatever it was before it was MeTV.
I just need to drop Charlie Esser. MeTV!
I don't know. Have you ever seen the TV shows?
A long time ago. I think I've seen one or two, but it's been, like I said, it's been so long.
And he was a really, really popular character back then. Like I said, a lot of people don't know. Gomer Pyle was in it. His Shazam catchphrase is actually a reference to that character. Mm-hmm. So not just a weird Mayberry kind of thing to say.
Well, yeah, I mean, I could see them pushing this character a lot to kids too, to be like, look, you could be Superman.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's what the charming thing is about it. Every kid wants to be a superhero sometime.
Yeah. Like I said, in some aspects, I'm still kind of new, but it's like, I don't know, is it cool or is it kind of goofy? Like the whole you have, Captain Marvel Jr., Mary Marvel. You got all
I
these.
think the Marvel family is a really cute family, like, of superheroes. As superheroes go, like, I don't know, it's just so different from, say, the Flash family, the Bat family, the Superman family. You know, it's just so different, and it's a lot more of a cohesive unit too.
True.
I die when I go to cons and it's the whole family as the Marvel family. I love that. It's a popular family cosplay. It is, and it's so adorable. So easy to do too. All you need is red spandex and some spray paint.
That's what we should do. Mary Marvel. I could be one of them. Again, what was it? Charlie could be, what was it, the uncle or whatever?
Oh my god, that would be hilarious. I don't know though. I don't know how. I remember I felt like weird when I like thought about it when I got older about where his powers come from. It's like Solomon's from the Bible, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, Mercury. I'm like, you're mixing things up here. I don't think that's how it works.
They needed letters to get to Shazam.
I know somebody really wanted his catchphrase to be Shazam. Oh, yeah. You know, he was the most popular superhero of the 1940s, not Superman.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. He was outselling, you know, Superman at the time. And I think it was that kid angle because comic books were unabashedly marketed to children back then. There was no shame in that. You know, he had a cereal and like, as in not like you eat, but like a cereal.
Yeah, the series, yeah.
Yeah. That's not what they called them back then for whatever reason.
So, unless I'm forgetting someone, he was probably Captain Marvel for like 20 some years before Marvel came out with Marvel.
Yeah. Well, you know, nobody would have said anything, you know, until 1953. DC was filling aways about infringement. And then finally it's like 1972, like that's 20 years really until they could incorporate him. And it's just I mean, they were out of publication for that time and it's just a mess. Like that whole thing that DC does sometimes is just like.
Well, yeah, wasn't that the big battles? DC was like, this is Superman. You're copying Superman.
Yeah, and I'm surprised, you know, had they done something like this nowadays, they would have never won. So.
Because they're really like, you know, the power sets, you know, yeah, he's strong and flies and stuff, but it's all magic, you know, he's not an alien or anything.
Yeah, whoever lost the Captain Marvel case for Fawcett was an idiot.
It might have just been the court system back then.
It might have just been somebody greasing some palms. But
true,
you know,
true.
From 1972 to 1991 is how long it took for DC to acquire literally all the character rights. And that's why it's not, like, the TV show didn't come under, like, the branch until very recently. Isn't it on? I feel like it's on DCEU, isn't it?
I can look right now, but it might be.
I don't know. I feel like they have a lot of old stuff on there.
TV and movies. That's right, people. I'm looking up right on my phone. Look at the ease with which you can do this.
And it's so weird that they chose New Line Cinema to be the film distribution side of Shazam. Right? Because that's like New Line is usually more associated with like Freddy Krueger, like their horror series for the longest of time. So when they said that that's what Warner Brothers was using to distribute Shazam, I'm like, really? That's weird.
I don't know. I'm not seeing any of those old series on there.
Oh, okay. Maybe
I'm just seeing DC Nation shorts and that they have that Superman Shazam animated movie.
I could have sworn the last time I looked, it was like when I was looking for Lois and Clark, it was on there, but it could have been all a fever dream, a drunken dream. Who knows?
Unless they're waiting to drop it and look closer to the movie or something.
Yeah, they should. They should get on that.
Gee, it's less than 2 months.
Yeah. I don't like Black Adam as his main villain. I think Dr. Sivana is better.
Yeah, but, you know, you always have to have that Bizarro or Reverse Flash, you know.
Yeah, the Dark Mirror, yeah. I get it. It's like there's so many things to love about Shazam, though.
But yeah, I mean, he has no similarities to Superman, you know. Not even his arch nemesis, the bald mad scientist. No similarities.
Exactly. The slicked back hair. Once upon a time, he even had the little S curl. They tried that whole phase too. So I don't know. Like it's weird because so many people. Oh, it's so cheesy now, and it's like sometimes comics need to be cheesy.
Well, yeah.
I don't like the whole seriousness of comic books nowadays.
And I mean, it's especially for this character, like we said, it is a teenage boy. They're gonna be cheesy and
Wish fulfillment. Who does? I mean, look at Big. Look at the movie Big, or 13 going on 30. Or 17 again. Things like that.
Oh, he's too. I think he's probably too old now. But that would have been funny if they would have made it Tom Hanks in the movie.
I welcome our Tom Hanks overlord to join us in the DC universe before Marvel snatches him up.
Oh yeah.
Jeff Johns called. Somebody get Tom Hanks on the phone.
What about him for our Lex?
Oh, he would channel the Gene Hackman Lex Luthor so well, to be honest.
I think he could even go a little darker too. Yes.
Somebody get Tom Hanks on the phone. Anything is better than Jesse Eisenberg. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just saying. I don't know. Like, I love the classic 1940s Shazam stuff. I really do. I wish it was more widely available. In the trades. I know they put out like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, except
not too long ago.
Yeah, because DC has all the rights to that stuff now, right?
Yeah, but like I said, it's like, have you ever seen those poster books or whatever from like where they try to do like the classic covers and it's all from scans because so much has been lost?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing with Shazam and the whole rights issue, and Fawcett Comics literally was like and Wiz Comics and all that stuff went bankrupt and all those things, and so things get lost in the fire, as it were. So yeah.
Yes, I was looking again on DC Universe to see if they had any of the older stuff, but I'm seeing the 90s stuff, some DC Comics Presents. Yeah, I don't see any of the older stuff. Before the 90s, I'm not really seeing anything.
Oh, that's a bummer. And when I really, really fell in love with him again is when he hooked up with Zatanna. And this is where he captures the 7 deadly sins because they have to rebuild the Rock of Eternity. Like, so good.
Fishnets get you every time, huh?
Black Canary Zatanna team up. I didn't know I needed it till right now. Although I feel like I've said that and written that sometime ago.
I swear you said something about something with fishnets in the title. I swear you said something about that.
Scroll, and it probably happened in the Newcastle Crew podcast. I can almost guarantee you.
Fishnets and top hat. Fishnets and jackets.
Something like that. Fishnets and boleros or something, probably. Oh! In the Countdown to Final Crisis limited series where Black Adam gives Mary Jackson his powers, that was a really good arc.
Oh, yeah.
Trials of Shazam is what it starts, which is that 12-issue maxi series by Judd Winnick. I was just like, I thought he did a really great job. I think Shazam is one of those characters, much like Superman, where you have to be a real fanboy to understand. Otherwise, it can go terribly wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know what his fans want, and you have to understand his mindset, and it can't just be about what you want the character to be, because that won't ring true with real fans,
Mm-hmm. And the current series, we're only 2 issues in, but you enjoying the current series?
I really like the artwork, but I'm like very hesitant about the story.
Well, they really haven't gone far yet.
Yeah, but like I said, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not who I necessarily would have chosen to, redo Shazam, as it were.
Yeah.
I did enjoy when we talked about it on Newcastle Crew when he did the crossover with Constantine. I really did enjoy that too. That was pretty cool, despite it being during the New 52 era.
I was going to say, yeah, that's high praise considering there's New 52. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, but it was an interesting combination because he is a magic user, and I think a lot of people forget that, and that's an interesting thing. I think that's why I like Rock of Eternity so much, because they go deep into the mythos.
Mm-hmm. That's what they should do. I mean, not that he's dark, but Justice League Dark, he should be like their Superman.
You would think.
Yeah.
And you know what? I've been looking for Shazam merch, and it is, I just was at Walmart grocery shopping, and, I'm like, really? They don't have a Shazam shirt? Nothing?
You think they're hesitant on these DC movies anymore? Or?
Merchandise is merchandise. Some poor sap will buy it.
Well, like I told you, I got the email from Hot Topic. They do have at least a Funko Pop, so I wonder if they're going to be doing that, like shirts or anything through Hot Topic, maybe.
Oh, I am officially too old to be going into Hot Topic. Like, and I need to try their clothes on because their sizes are so damn random from one brand to the next that it's just like, I don't know, man. At
least you look young, Lilith.
I know, but I feel creepy going in a Hot Topic with like these 13-year-olds with gauges in their ears, and I'm just like, and their parents are taking them, and their parents are covered in tattoos and have purple hair, and I'm just like, I feel old. I can't do it.
It's all corporatized anymore.
It is.
It's not the Hot Topic of our youth. Although we would welcome their sponsorship.
Yeah. Any sponsorship, really, besides, not to knock Tweaked Audio. We love you, Tweaked Audio, but we need some over-the-ear monitor headphones if you're listening. Anyway, I don't know. I feel like if I had to pitch Shazam to somebody to read, I'd be like, he's like Superman in the Flash.
Yes, yeah.
He's got that old, he has like, now I notice like he has that kind of old Barry Allen personality a little bit.
Yeah. Those happy,
there's worse things.
those happy carefree days before Eobard changed the timeline when Barry Allen's parents were alive.
Before, somebody decided, hey, he needs to join the Dead Parents Club.
I know. Johns.
They realized, they were like, wait a minit.
Who doesn't have dead parents? Barry. They died of like natural causes eventually. It's like, no, that won't do.
Tragic! Which, if you're a tragedy porn kind of person, Billy's life's kind of messed up.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you're into that, you should get into that too. So.
I'm not into this. I'm not into Harry Potter, but is like Billy Batson kind of like the Harry Potter of the DC universe?
I guess, because he's the kid, but he wasn't really like the chosen. I feel like he wasn't the chosen one. It was just like I like how the movie kind of plays with it. Like the wizard was desperate.
Yeah.
Hey, who's around? Hey, who? Yeah, you come here, kid. Nobody's gonna miss you. Kind of like The Passage, actually. Now that I think about it, some poor kid that has no family. Hey, you. Yeah, you. We're gonna experiment on you.
He was Cal Rayner before Cal Rayner. Yeah, you'll do.
Ooh.
Hey, the Guardian was desperate.
True. So true.
Hal Jordan just basically bent the whole Corps over, and there's like, okay, there's no Green Lanterns. We need somebody.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of other stories that are like friendly to beginners, because I do get like the criticism of the cheesiness, but I enjoy it. Wasn't
there some Shazam miniseries like before, like after Crisis, but like before like any solo like ongoing series started? But again, I don't know how easy that would be to find now.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I like when he was in Squadron of Justice. That's super hard to find. I love Justice Society of America.
Oh yeah,
Captain Marvel. Oh, I think that is some of the best.
Oh yeah,
Justice Society ever been written. Yeah.
The Jeff Johns Justice Society. Yeah.
And I don't know. I like his villains are a little more compelling for me. Mr. Mind next to Dr. Sylvania, I think is number 2. Like I said, Black Adam is way down there for me.
Yeah.
So. And I feel he's more organic, like his family, how they join him is a little more organic than most superheroes too. Especially, like how Mary Marvel comes about, how Captain Marvel Jr. comes about, so.
But that's a sad part, so like, probably the most accessible stuff is probably not even like any of the ongoing series, except for this current one. It's probably like Kingdom Come, that JSA stuff.
Yeah. Which, it's, like I said, I'm a Golden Age fan because this world is so dark and jaded. That's what really made me be like into Golden Age. And it's like half of the Silver Age is good, especially Superman. Superman is the bright spot in the Silver Age of comics. Spider-Man is like the golden light in the Bronze Age of comics and stuff like that. But like, yeah, like when you are depressed and down, try to find yourself some Golden Age stuff. It'll make you happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I like reading old Captain Marvel really does make me happy. It makes me put a smile on my face. Like, the way they end each book is like so cheesy and upbeat. And it's not like those grim, dark cliffhangers of like, say, I don't know, the Batman Who Laughs or something.
Oh, they're going to say Batman hanging guys off the plane.
Hey, that's Golden Age Batman, and I love
no, that puts a smile on your face too. I forgot.
Let him get crushed in the recycling machine. Yes. that is my Bruce Wayne eats babies. So, Charlie, if you're listening.
Batman kills babies. That joke will make sense if you keep listening to Comic Capers.
Or just anywhere on the Capes and Lunatics network.
Oh, I thought you were specifically referencing that Mr. Miracle series.
Maybe just a little.
Oh, Charlie Esser's typing Mr. Miracle.
I don't know, like, the movie has me really nervous, though. I want people to really like the movie. I think it's important that this movie do well, because we won't have Superman in the near future, probably like the next 5 years.
I think Shazam and Wonder Woman 84 are going to be really important to this universe going forward.
And for me, I heard that they are doing a Superman cameo, but I feel like it's going to be like in that first season of Supergirl where it's all blurry. And I do like the relationship between Superman and Billy, and the more modern, obviously, comics, that whole relationship. And I was really bummed when Henry Cavill wasn't available to do it, which started that whole dispute thing. Because I think, the Superman that they were building in that trilogy, I use that word loosely, definitely they both could have used each other.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what that looks like.
They just didn't want to erase him another mustache. But no,
it wasn't that bad. Oh my god! It was his acting. It was his acting that was terrible. Yeah. There, I said it.
I don't think we need Superman per se, but I just think if we're looking for a mentor for Shazam, it's like
at this point it has to be Wonder Woman.
Well, again, why wouldn't you? I mean, they built her up as the symbol of hope in this universe, not Superman, and she's more tied in the mystic that Superman is. Yeah. So yeah. And
I would enjoy that in the second movie.
And what teenage boy wouldn't want to spend time with Gal Gadot? I mean, come on.
So true. Also, I think that I really like the trailers that they've done for Captain Marvel too. Captain Marvel. I can't help it. It's so hard for me.
People on the internet be calling you old lady because they're like, yeah, I wasn't even born when they called him Captain Marvel.
I was barely born when they got the rights back to him. So.
I mean, I don't mind the name change, but it's like, how are you going to rename the character something that he can't even say?
I know.
Without losing his powers?
I thought that was a really cute slogan for the movie too. It's like, just say the word.
Because what was it?
I'm like, it's the wizard.
Yeah, because it was the wizard. Because back in the day, he couldn't even call him by name. He was like, "Oh yeah, the wizard."
Yeah. I'm excited. I think this is like the one movie that I'm excited. I hope it gets a sequel because the whole world building that's why I was excited. Like, oh, The Rock's going to be Black Adam and the Black Adam will have its own spinoff, because I will say that it's one of the more interesting backstories and worlds to develop.
Oh yeah.
And I was bummed when it fell through, but I totally understand because DC is a mess right now. Like, how do you announce a sequel to like a movie that's not even shot yet?
Well, maybe if Shazam does good, I mean, maybe we'll get a Black Adam spinoff eventually.
Yeah.
If the Rock sees there's money to be made, maybe he'll be like,
he can stay. He can go to the MCU or wherever he wants to go. I'm so good on the Rock. I think we dodged a bullet with that one. At this point in his career, it's just not worth it.
I mean, we really don't need like a huge, big, guy. Because I mean, look, Zachary Levi.
And they can bulk up with their trainers. I mean, look at Chris Evans. I mean, he's always had abs, sure, but Captain America.
And I mean, these days you can always build stuff into the suits too.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with Captain Marvel.
Girls want to see those shirtless shots is all that I'm saying.
I know, but too, I mean, but with Captain Marvel, there's the whole mystical element, and then he's going to be transforming back and forth too.
Yeah. Yeah, which I'm just, I thought that the kid did a good job. So, I'm excited to see what people think about it.
You're going to see the final product?
I can get to like a early premiere party. Like, I am not about watching DC movies with the unwashed, unknowledgeable masses. Like, no offense. It brings me down. Like, I like to go see like the first screenings with like real fans that are excited to see it, not just, oh, it's a comic book movie, it'll be fun kind of people. Cause
thank God you don't live around here. Cause I remember after the first Avengers movie, everyone was like, what was Darkseid doing at the end of the Avengers movie? And I was just like,
yeah. And when I see people leave the end credits in a Marvel movie, I'm just like,
at this point, I'm like, we're 20 movies in. You don't know by now to sit through the credits?
Well, maybe people do want to go home and watch it on YouTube, like I do.
But I'm like, everyone's as impatient as Little Hellfire. I'm like, you can't stay the extra 5 minutes.
That Into the Spider-Verse was a long wait, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
I was like, they're leaving? Really? Oh my God. Call the week, it's fine. I am curious to see what the end credit scene for Shazam is going to be, because they did omit that from the cut that I saw. So I think that might be the Superman thing, honestly. Now that I think about it. So
maybe it was going to be like a teaser for Wonder Woman or a sequel.
Oh, well, that's going to be at the end of the movie for the sequel, but I mean like actual end credit scene.
Oh, yeah. Gonna say, they gotta pull Dr. Shyvana out of the ocean.
Wait a minute. Didn't Aquaman do that?
Exactly.
Everybody's lost in the ocean. There we go.
You got it.
I'm trying to think of stuff that's easily, readily available to recommend, and I can't.
Well, like I said, just a quick search on DC Universe brought up all that the 90s series, so.
Oh! My favorite partnership, I think, outside of Cyborg, that was really interesting, is Mr. Taki Twani.
Tiger or whatever.
Yeah. It was adorable. And it's like, if you like the DC, like, Hanna-Barbera crossover stuff, those issues will, like, yes.
I remember a couple, like, even one-shots back in the 90s where he showed up to team up with, like, him and Wally West, when, Wally West was the Flash, yeah.
Or,
it was them against Shadow Thief, yeah, because he kept having to light it up with the lightning.
No. Easily accessible stuff. The Monster Society of Evil back in 2007. Jeff Smith wrote it. It had Taki Tani in it. It was cute.
I didn't read it, but I do remember that. Yeah, that didn't. Yeah.
And they also have like that. He appears in the animated short that begins before Superman Shazam: The Return of Black Adam. Yeah, you guys should. That's actually one of those really underrated. Nobody really saw, and those back in the day when they were starting the DC animated film universe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's actually pretty decent.
There was even an issue in the 90s of he teamed up with Kyle Rayner, as we mentioned before. Kyle Rayner, we mentioned before. But no, it was interesting because all of a sudden Billy Batson's like the experienced hero, and
didn't he? I feel like he made an appearance in Kingdom Come at the MetaHuman bar.
Who?
Yeah. The Taki Tani.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. I'm trying to remember. We're definitely gonna have to cover Kingdom Come eventually.
Like, why they didn't make that a movie? Like, they should have been building to that instead of Batman versus Superman. Like, oh my God, if Warner Brothers and AT&T would just let me get them back on track, I have had a 10-year plan for the DC cinema. No E. It should be DCCU. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because, I mean, what major DC character didn't get, at least name dropped in, Kingdom Come?
Exactly. I'm just saying.
Dick Grayson, Red Robin. Make this happen, Warners!
I'm just saying.
But yeah, we definitely have to cover that on Common Capers or something. On the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
Phil's Comic Corner!
Isn't every show basically that?
Yeah, I guess.
Phil's Comics Corner.
My lady love, hello.
Thank you, Marnell of the Biters podcast, found here on the Southgate Media Group.
I'm trying to think. Like, I just feel so bad for the early comic book writers and artists who got screwed out of millions.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even Jerry and Joe really didn't get their just desserts.
Oh, no. I mean, especially considering how big Superman got now.
It breaks my heart every time.
Oh, yeah, they should have been. Their grandchildren should be billionaires right now. No, literally. I mean, they should.
Trust me. You know, well, and I like the fact that, is it Jerry's daughter? She's not bitter about it.
And even like Bill Finger, Bob Kane for the longest time only had sole credit on Batman.
Comics. Yeah, now Marvel has its issues too with that. Let's not just bash on DC.
I know.
But yeah, poor. I mean, I just want people to fall in love with Shazam. I think he's the easiest, most relatable, honestly, DC character. Once you strip away the cheese. Mm-hmm.
I'd say out of all the recent stuff they put out, he probably has like the least baggage and.
You know where you can start, actually, now that I think about it. I think you can still find it, because it's 86. It's like that Legends #1.
Oh, yeah, the Legends miniseries that came like right after Crisis, yeah.
Yeah.
That is right, yes. He does play a big part in that.
And I thought that the characterization was really on point, too.
Yeah, did they ever collect that in trade? Because, yeah, that's only like, what, 5 or 6 issues?
They have to have.
Yeah, it's only like a 5 or 6 issue miniseries, and it basically tied into like all the DC books, but.
And I like the fact that all his powers are basically the converse side of the 7 deadly sins and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, you kind of get into that, and it's just like, I don't think originally they were like going that deep, but you can now.
Well, especially with the magical side of that, you can do like that inverse stuff without people saying, "Oh, that's corny," It's like, hey, it's magic; it has rules.
Exactly. And oh man, like I love the whole Thunderbolt thing too. I think that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think Thunderbolts are cool, man. Not to be confused with Marvel's Thunderbolts.
Oh Lord, can you imagine they try to do Thunderbolts at DC? It'd be like Flash and Captain or Shazam and
one of my friends was telling me about an interesting article about the top 10 like speedsters, and Shazam's in like the top 5. Him and Wonder Woman are like the top 5.
Oh really?
Yeah. And I was like, well, they both make sense because they both get their powers from like the gods.
Well, yeah, isn't one of those letters he has the speed of is it Hermes or
Mercury?
Mercury.
Yeah, because they mix Roman and Greek, and I was just like, Hercules, but okay. But no, it's just really funny. It's just like, who came up with the word Shazam? Like, honest to God, to make his little thing, and I'm just like,
Did they just throw down the names of certain deities and be like, okay, how can we mix this up? Shazam.
The guys are probably all dead by now, because the comic came out in like 1939. So they're probably all dead now, but I really want somebody to like, was that like slang in like the 30s or whatever? I'm gonna look.
That's right, Busta, get out of here. I'll punch you right into the Shazam. Where does Shazam come?
Oh, I mean, I guess it was like, I don't know.
It's
invented word used by conjurers. I'm like, okay, sure.
Okay.
Nobody knows, basically. Nobody knows.
Invented by petty dabblers.
Did we just crack the code?
I was just saying, did I just write a Constantine story?
I think you did.
That's what we need, a Shazam, or Constantine story where he helps Shazam, like, examine the origins of the powers and all that.
Don't we have a new Constantine book? Is somebody writing it? Or did they cancel that too? It's so hard to keep up.
I don't think there isn't one out. Why is there one coming up?
Needs to. You'd think.
Well, yeah, you would think, but.
Okay, so I think my list, I think it should be easy. They do have the Shazam archives. I don't know how easy it is to find, but like my local comic book shop is like really good about like just having really weird, random, strange books in the back for like $10, $15 that are like originally like $50 to $100. So,
I mean, it'd probably be easier to find them or even like request them now with the movie coming.
You think? I'd say Shazam: A New Beginning, obviously. That's from like 2017.
Mm-hmm.
If you can find Shazam a celebration of 75 years, that was really good. I think it was Bill Parker. And then Power of Hope is Alex Ross.
Oh yeah, one of those.
Shazam Volume 1, the one that Jeff Johns did, should be easy to find.
Yeah, that's only a few years old. But yeah.
Superman versus Shazam, that's really good too.
Mm-hmm.
And you have some Denny O'Neil Shazam stuff that's really good too.
Oh, didn't we get a bunch of Shazam, or Captain Marvel at the time, but Shazam during that whole Eclipso crossover in all the annuals? What was that, 92 or whatever?
Yeah, they tried. Right when they got the rights back, yeah, they tried to insert him. You're right.
So, I mean, if you dip into any era, you could basically find some Shazam stuff.
Yeah, I definitely would go with the Judd Winnick stuff, the Trials of Shazam, to really start. And if you're in like a silly mood, I'd say Shazam: The Monster Society is really fun too. But so you get some of that serious and some of that goofy.
Yeah, I completely forgot until you mentioned that JSA stuff. That is good too.
Yeah, that's like really where the heart, like that is my Shazam, like his heart and his soul. Like it was so well done.
Mm-hmm.
If Shazam is like a 3-movie arc, I want that to be the end goal, who he is at the end of that trilogy arc, I guess. Nice. Yeah. I don't know. I think people would like the Superman and Shazam stuff too, though. Again, by Judd Winnick, that particular one. Cause I don't know, they play in the sandbox very well together. With the
yeah. I mean, basically, they're both like nice guys, and they're, even though their origins of their powers are different, the power set's similar enough where it's like,
And just when Superman's even talking to Billy, those are like genuine, like, yeah, that's my Superman kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? That's why I think I was so excited for Superman to have a son. Because I enjoyed their interaction so much. So when it finally happened, I was just like, oh, he kind of does give John that, early in the earlier issues before, who got a hold of him. They had some good father-son talks too,
True. Oh yeah, definitely.
So, yeah.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
You know who, he's Voldemort now. Because I have to be nice, so I'm not going to name drop.
No wonder
Don't you dare.
No wonder you had that pain look on your face the whole time. You're like, I have to be nice.
I'm trying. I have to start my relationship with DC all over again. In some instances. So.
Hey, baby, come back to me. I'll be nice, I swear.
I can be nice. I can do it.
I can think it for you, baby.
Since we're not focusing on Superman in the movies or the TV shows, apparently, because they're focusing on Supergirl now.
Mm.
And it's like, is that like a sign that we're gonna not have Supergirl?
The TV show? I don't know, unless they. It would
make more sense to have a Superman TV show.
I was gonna say, and would they do a Supergirl movie and TV show? Just hope the word of mouth helped both, but.
I mean, it's a weird choice. I thought Shazam was a weird choice too, though. Like, I was excited for it, but I thought it was a weird choice.
Yeah, but it's some suit somewhere just being like, hey, Wonder Woman did good. Let's get another broad in here. Okay, how about Supergirl?
We could try Catwoman and do it the right way this time. I'm just saying.
Yeah. You could start with giving her the right name.
Or, in the Batgirl thing, I'm just like, unless it's Nightwing, we don't need to do the Bat Family right now. Or unless it's Batman Beyond.
With Michael Keaton as old Bruce Wayne, yes.
It writes itself, I'm just saying. But yeah. So I'm giving you guys some issues that you can easily find.
We can rework the DCEU and we won't charge as much as Kevin Smith. Come on.
Speak for yourself. My ideas are gold, baby. No, they're platinum, laced with diamonds, okay? Yeah. I know what the real kids want.
They're like, we just played Kevin Smith and weed, and Lilith's like, that's alright.
I'll let you in on a little secret. They were actually going in the right direction with Justice League Mortal. And it's just a real shame that it didn't pan out. Because they were going with young kids, lesser known. They totally had the Marvel approach before Marvel had their approach. And for whatever reason, we felt the need to not go in that direction. And I say that's the direction we kind of need to lean into now.
Yeah.
So, I'm just saying, I could fix it. I wouldn't charge you so much as Kevin Smith. We totally wouldn't.
I'd see. I told you. All right.
But I would need full control, no suits interference. that would be my rule.
Just like with her love life, DC, she would need full control.
Iron Fist. Wait a minute.
Oh, phrasing. I still need a phrasing button.
Anyway, yeah. So if you guys are a fan of Shazam, aka the real Captain Marvel, I'd love to hear from you guys. Write in, tell me your favorite stories, your favorite characters he interacts with, and if you are excited or hesitant about the movie.
So yeah, email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. We'll read those on a episode of Capes and Lunatics or wherever. We do many shows. But Lilith Hellfire, if the DC executives are chomping at the bit to get a hold of you, where can they get a hold of you?
Oh, they know where to find me. But if you kids out there don't know where to find me, you can go on Twitter @Lilith Hellfire, on Instagram @Lilith Hellfire 86. And if you want to talk Superman, Smallville, or just, heroes in general, mostly DC heroes in general, you can find me @SaveMePod on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and or Instagram. Fight me, nerd.
But yes, like I said, send your thoughts on Shazam to capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/capesandlunatics, @capeslunatics on Twitter, Capes and Lunatics on Instagram, and the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES.
We really need Alex Ross. We do. If we do Kingdom Come, we should really try our best to get him.
I will try. I even had another idea that will probably never happen, but remind me to tell you when we're done.
Okay, when we fade to black.
Something big, which I'm sure would never happen. The minute I say it, you'll probably be like, nah, that'll never happen. So yes, first we get Captain Marvel, then we get Shazam. Was that it? Was that intentional or just purely coincidental? That
honestly, I think it was purely coincidental. DC knows at this point they can't compete with Marvel. They just can't. Yeah, it's 20 movies. How long? How many years in the making?
But it's just so funny. It's like almost a month to the day that they're,
I'm surprised they just didn't try to release it in February, to be honest. That way expectations are super low.
Oh, true. Yeah.
It worked for Deadpool.
All right, everyone. Stay tuned for more specials. Until next time, Shazam!